Hello, boys and girls. This instructional video is for Wednesday, September 9th, 2020, and it is for the reading portion of our block. Today's assignment is for you to do the section titled Analyze the Text. If you are working directly from your textbook, that page number is page 32. If you are working online through the online HMH textbook, the link is provided under the Wednesday tab of your classwork. So you have 5 questions to work on here. And the first one is reread paragraphs 3 to 4. Summarize in a few sentences what Daedalus does to help himself and his son escape from the island. So it's very simple. You have to summarize. Retell in your own words paragraphs 3 and 4. Now, you do not have to almost retype the paragraphs, but if someone were to ask you, what happened in paragraphs 3 and 4, you should be able to say who did what, when, where, why, or how. Okay, you should be able to answer any part of that. But most importantly, who and what did they do? And then just add a couple of details in there. So paragraphs 3 and 4 are what you need to summarize for question number 1. Okay, and question number 2, use the arrows to go to the next question, or you can click on the numbers. 2, you need to find evidence. Okay, in this question, it actually tells you to go exactly to a certain paragraph. So go to paragraph 5. What evidence in paragraph 5 suggests that Daedalus's plan will not go well? So when we're already seeing something in the future, suggesting something that might happen in the future, we call that foreshadowing. So what evidence in paragraph 5 suggests that Daedalus, or foreshadows, we could say, that Daedalus's plan is not going to go well, that something's not quite right. Okay, so find evidence in paragraph 5. Question number 3, compare. How are the actions of Daedalus and Icarus related to the idea of moderation in this myth? So moderation means you're using something within reasonable limits. An example I gave in class was, for instance, a soda. Having a soda is not bad. Having a candy bar is not bad. Having hot chips is not bad. What's bad is when you have it too often. That's when it begins to be dangerous to your health. So 1 Coke isn't bad, but 1 Coke for every meal and in between meals is very bad. Okay, 1 candy bar isn't bad, but 1 candy bar every other hour of the day is going to be very bad for your health. So moderation means using your abilities, but within reasonable limits. So in this myth, explain how their actions are based on similarities and differences in their personalities and experiences. So we're looking at their actions and how they are based on similarities and differences in their personalities. So we have to really consider that both Daedalus and Icarus ignore their limitations. Humans were not meant to fly. We were not created to fly just on our own. So, but we also have to see their different personalities. Daedalus is very mature. He's very level-headed. He's an adult. Icarus is young. He's impulsive, and he easily gets caught up in the thrill of the moment. So how are their actions, how do their actions show us moderation? Are they really able to be moderate in their decisions and in their actions? Question number 4. Synthesize. As we go further along, their questions get a little bit more difficult. In synthesize, we read paragraph 9. So keeping in mind Daedalus's original goal, remember his goal was to get off of the island and to find freedom. Do you think that he succeeded or that he failed? What does your answer suggest about the Greeks' beliefs concerning their place in the world in relation to their gods? What we have to understand is that the Greeks believed that they had to know their place. They were not gods, they were humans, they were mortals, and trying to be like the gods was only going to get them into trouble. So here, Daedalus is trying to, or what the Greeks might call trying to be a god by flying, something that humans were not created to do or made to do. So, keeping this in mind, one, do you think that he succeeded or that he failed? And two, what does this suggest about the Greeks' beliefs concerning their place in the world in relation to their gods? Okay, so you do have to tell us, do you think he failed? Do you think he succeeded? He made it, but without his son. Okay, and we have evidence of that where he says his victory over the air was bitter to him because he lost a son. So this really does suggest how the Greeks believed that humans need to know their place in the world. They are not gods. Again, this is the Greeks' belief. Question number 5 says, notice and note, the flight of Icarus includes some specific wise words from a father to his son. How does this myth as a whole illustrate the idea of words of the wiser? Okay, so which wiser person here, the wiser could be the storyteller or society that supports the story, but which of these words could encourage the audience to avoid extremes and live in harmony with avoid extremes and to live in harmony with the culture's values? So, what wise words do we see in this myth? Alrighty, guys, if you have any questions, contact me, and good luck.